What If released right at the start of the multiverse saga to a lot of hype for this new phase of the MCU. While it's, more than safe nowadays to say that people are tired of the multiversal stories, in 2021 when this season was released, most people were really excited to see all of the different storylines that we couldn't see before. So, did What If succeed in showing us this? The core idea behind all of these episodes in this season were extremely solid. All of the premises for these episodes were engaging, and were things that I was actually wondering. What if Ultron won, and what if Thor were an only child were really interesting ideas that I'm happy to say this season executed really well. I will say that sometimes the pacing for these episodes was off, and at times it really did feel like they were dragging these episodes on for longer than they should have, which is a real shame, because maybe with some tighter storytelling, they could have been some real powerhouses, like the Black Panther Star-Lord episode. With an anthology series like this, it's difficult to find a real unifying theme for all of the episodes, but the best I could think of is interference versus non-interference. This is really shown in the fact that they chose to have the Watcher be the unifying element for all of these. His whole premise is that he has to watch all of these universes' events unfold without interfering, and we get to see him struggle with whether or not to involve himself while he is watching these universes be destroyed. And this comes to a peak in the finale and the episode before. This theme of interference comes up in the individual episodes as well, like whether Captain Carter should involve herself more directly with World War II, or to what extent Doctor Strange should involve himself in the past to save Christine, or whether Thor is within his rights to involve himself on Earth. That being said, the theme of individual episodes are much stronger than the theme of the show as a whole, which I had to really look for to find. The main draw of this season is really how fun it is, shown most strongly in the Thor episodes, where we really just get to revel in fun dialogue and interactions, or laugh at the absurdity of some of the situations. Another big draw is just getting to see things that we could never see in the main series, like Thanos being a hero, Steve Rogers in an Iron Man suit, or characters like Killmonger and Iron Man interacting with each other. I, as a Marvel fan, was just reveling in how awesome some of those interactions were. I, however, am not a huge fan of the What If art style, personally. I don't hate 3D animation, hello Arcane, but for some reason in this show it just doesn't jive with me. It's not a deal breaker, and I find a lot of the landscape shots really work, and the action is clean, but the character movements and interactions can feel stiff at times. This season really shows what If can be when handled correctly with interesting premises and cool interactions, so I'm going to give it an S tier.